This is making me sad. This is making me sad. Alright. I guess she's our only espionage character. I'm not even gonna read this. Or that. That's just so stupid. We are slowed. This is just so stupid. How does me holding her to her word equal against speaks against me, argues against me? How was that a mistake? It's just honorable to keep to your decisions, to keep your word. This is why I don't play. Oh, discover why monsters are attacking the kingdom. This is why I don't do evil characters. They make me feel like shit. I feel like shit right now. I will pretend this lady does not exist anymore. Wait, wrong town? I will exist. I will exist. I will pretend she's not my companion anymore. Just pretend. Just shove it under the rug. She's not. I don't care. I don't know who she is anymore. She's just a random NPC who happens to be my espionage character. Go away. I don't want to see you anymore. Oh, I was wondering what the hell that is. What a stupid ending. Absolutely stupid ending. I do not agree with that. Not the slightest. I so do not agree with that. I'm so mad. I'm livid. I feel cheated. Holy shit. I feel cheated. I didn't get her anyways. She did not make any sense to me. Like she's that kind of immortal undead being that does just her own thing. And she's just coming into my group and be like, oh, the Baron says this, and so I do that. She was like a puppy following me around. That doesn't sound like her. She was agreeing with everything I said. Never fought for herself. Just made no sense to me. Always thought whenever I dealt with her, I was like, what is wrong with her? I don't like her. She's making me mad. She's making me sad. Whatever.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Whatever. I will pretend she doesn't exist anymore. At least Tristan didn't have to see this. At least he didn't have to see this. I wish I didn't have to see it either. I swear to God, this is gonna have some bad consequences. One evil decision. That's my one evil decision. The entire game. Swear to God.
Life is a burden.
Alright, let's just forget she exists. Alright. We have some quests. I think I'm gonna go for Reg first. Oh, we go for Amiri first. She's literally there. Glenshire Town. I'm still molding about that.
I need to catch my breath.
I saw that. What now? Already down. Already sad. Pitaxian Assassin. They just keep coming. I'm still doing the same mission about Pitaxian Assassin, and there's more.
May we have a moment of respite?
No. No respite. Respite. I'm so mad. I completely disagree with that conclusion of the quest. I am so much disagreeing. I want to
Right
go
here,
off.
my friend.
I need a break anyways. Let's do this. Probably do the other companions and then... Amiri, you little thief! Mortal fool! Defeating the affairs of internal beings. It is time to return what was stolen. Shove it! Mio throws the sword at the ghostly giant who catches it and gazes upon it, twirling it in his huge palms. Fine work. You surprised me, mortals. Your life is but a breath in the wind, a snowflake in a hurricane. But nevertheless, you can at times create something that would last through the ages. This sword is even finer than the one that was stolen. Who are you? My name is Fionn. Once my brother Keen and I were powerful rulers of the First World. Together we were nearly equal to the eldest, but not quite. Eternal, serene life in our lands was not enough for Keen. He wanted more. He wanted to become equal to the eldest and conquer new lands. First he began to devour our subjects, drawing on their strength. And then he tried to do the same with me. As punishment, I banished his soul into the sword, but later fell into the hands of Amiri. What do you need the sword for? It's the prison of my beloved, hated brother Keen, the murderer of family and friends, a ruler who dreamed of greater power, but who instead destroyed the people he ruled. You need to release Keen by breaking the sword. He may yet free himself. The sword is not sealed. But do not be afraid, mortals. We have here everything for the ritual. The ritual that will seal my brother in the sword forever. How did the sword end up in Amiri's hands? I don't care, but my brother was very powerful. When I imprisoned him in this sword for his crimes, I created a very dangerous artifact. With sweet lies, the sword persuaded my servant to plunge it into my body. It drained much of my energy, turning me into this pitiful creature you see before you. A ghost, a shadow of my former greatness. My brother in turn used his power to escape into your world. In this, he outwitted even himself. Our strength is linked to the magic of the First World. We are far less powerful here than we were on our home plane. Once here, the sword lost its strength, even its ability to speak. Did not bring happiness to the giant who found it. Did not bring happiness to Amiri, who looted the giant's corpse. Having broken the sword, you nearly freed my brother, but now we shall seal it forever. Why did you harm the six-spear tribe? They were struck down, a treacherous spirit fled. With the sword into your hand, into your world, powerless, a shadow of myself, I followed it, for I could not allow its prison to free himself. I found the body of a giant who once possessed the sword. I found the bodies of barbarians killed by Amiri. I walked invisibly among the tribes, listening to their speech and tracing their thoughts. I learned the sword's fate. I demand that the 6 Beast tribe find the thief. This was only fair, for the sword was stolen by one of their own. They would have it returned. Only Amiri listened to me at our first meeting. Much trouble could have been avoided, but even immortals cannot rule fate. Everything happened as it happened. Now the sword is in my hands. What will you do now that you have the sword back? I will not avenge your theft. I never desired revenge. I only wanted to ensure my brother imprisoned in this blade would never break free. I once thought returning him to the first world would suffice. But now I realize this would not be enough. There's only one way to be sure. I will cast a spell of imprisonment once again, this time on myself. I'll place it into the sword with all my strength. My poor brother is so carved, and those I shall share eternity with him. The sword will become our common tomb. With that, Amiri, you may keep the sword for yourself, but not before the ritual is once over. What happens if you don't seal the sword? My brother will free himself. He's in an endless storm, greedy, cruel, unpredictable. He will do great evil, and he will start with Amiri and her tribe. He remembers you well, but I cannot see his mind. Perhaps he will seek revenge. Perhaps you will become his plaything. Either way, you will not survive. Begin the ritual. Giant brings the sword into his lips, whispering a spell. A stream of light flows from him into the blade. Already transparent, the goose becomes barely visible. The end is near. There's almost nothing left of me. I'm the shadow of a shadow. I'm a dust and ash. My power, my immortality. I gave everything, imprisoned my brother forever. There's only one thing left. Giant hands the sword to Amiri. To finish the ritual, the sword must be plunked into the heart of a chieftain. I will give my own heart, but I no longer possess a living body. However, there's another chieftain here. Do this, Amiri, and let eternity come to an end. No. Lila comes forward. Yon spoke truly of the threat of his brother's release. I must protect my tribe. Do it, Amiri. I'm ready. Akai pushes her away. Step aside, girl. This tribe needs you. Hey, you evil spirit. A former chieftain is good enough, right? The goose nods, and Akai thrusts himself forward. Come, girl. Strike. At least I'm still good for something. Mir falls back, turning pale. No. No. I won't do it. He turns to you. What is this? What should I do? I'm also